During the event, in the morning, they just call me, Coach, event bado iko, yeah, we have your check for over 100,000. I said, what? I left the event, I came to town, I picked the check, I deposited, I went back to continue with the event. And this 100,000 is the one that balanced everything. I did not make even a single cent, but sequent loss at a bob. Nowadays, I'm so happy, irrespective of anything. If you are talking about chess in Kenya, Nakuru must appear somewhere. So I'm normally happy about it, and I see the results of the sacrifice. Creating champions without expecting anything back. But I believe divas are women of substance, women of a class. I want our women to be of a class. Divas, if you are diva, you are playing in that category, you just feel good. You just feel that I'm a special person. That's why the name came.
A very warm welcome to Chesscope, yet another day to redefine how chess is taught, experienced, and understood. Today's episode is very special because we're going to talk about an upcoming women-only chess tournament. It is christened the Nakuru Chess Divas Tournament. I saw this poster recently in the Chess Updates Kenya WhatsApp group and thought, this presents an important step in creating more opportunities for strengthening women's participation in chess. And I requested for a chance to have this conversation with the organizer, and I hope to highlight one, the vision behind the tournament, the motivation, and the broader impacts such initiatives can have in empowering women and girls in the community. Now, this conversation will be framed across three levels. We look at it from the local perspective, regional, and the international perspective of this event. Joining me is the organizer, Mr. Dickson Gitari. Karibu sana sir.
Thank you, sir, for inviting me to your podcast. And I'm happy to be sharing with you. And first of all, I would like to commend you for the big step that you took to start these recordings, so that maybe at least Kenya people can know there is somebody or some people who cares about the game. So you're doing
Thank you so much. Right, have you ever been on a podcast before?
Never.
So this will be worth your while, and thank you so much for making the time.
I may tell you, I normally don't go to podcast. People have been asking me for quite a long time, but I normally say no. This one has a special message, and because that was one of my missions, you came at the right time.
Hey, I'm honored. Interestingly, this is the first time I'm ever seeing you. I think I've been interacting with you through Facebook, but I've only been seeing your face. Never have I ever put a face to the name Dickson Gitari. So I'm eager to learn even from you through this platform. I think we can just dive right into it. So I encountered this poster in the Chess Updates Kenya WhatsApp group, and it got me really intrigued. I think it's the first women's only tournament I'm seeing in Kenya, even in the region. Let's start by you sharing the rationale behind this. What was the vision? What do you aim to achieve? Why only a women's only tournament? We are used to conventional tournaments with open and ladies sections, and even have junior section. Why this tournament specifically? And the timing fits the name Nakuru Chess Divas event. Yes, take it from here.
Well, to be truthful, I can't even tell you how it came up, but I may go back some years back. I've been in sports for a long time, and I've been seeing how the ladies, the girls, all, even me say women, are treated in Kenya. And when I talk about Kenya, I normally assume it's in Africa. So when I was in football for over 20 years, I was trying to uplift the ladies through mentorship, giving them facilities, giving them a place to play soccer. And then now after Corona, I decided to go back to chess. And when I was coming back to chess, Nakuru was zero. Nakuru was nowhere. That is in year 2021, December. So I started thinking, how can I be able to do it? Because I know if I couldn't have done it, so I still believe that up to now, Nakuru could be so down somewhere along the chess community. So anytime I start a project about sports, I normally give ladies or women the first priority rather than the boys. Because I believe that boys can fight, and it's the nature of the way. They can fight their way. They can join any sport they want at any given time. They are not restricted by the parents, or the boys are not restricted by the parents mostly, or the community. They can move around freely. So I normally think of a way whereby maybe the girl child can also join in and play, though they may not get enough freedom. But when you take an initiative to do something and you show the parents that this can happen, and I do it, I take the phones from the kids and I call the parents and tell them, okay, I met with your girl, she can do ABCD, she's interested, kindly support her and let her come and join us. So when I started the game of chess, the boy child was okay, and the ratio was kidogo sana. So that's why I've been thinking, how can I be able to get to more students? By good luck, the Nakuru Chess region has grown in a way that when we have 100 kids who are students playing chess, you'll find at least 40 are girls, and that's a ratio that keep me moving. And when I started thinking about the senior tournaments, anytime I organize a tournament for open and ladies section, I normally make sure if the first prize for the guys is 50,000, even the ladies get 50,000. Why? Because in Kenya we normally say we don't have numbers for the ladies, and that's why they don't get equal prize. But to me, I think the only way we can be able to do that is by making sure we equalize the prizes to encourage the ladies so that they can be able to join the other girls who are already in chess, and by the end of the day they will be good. So I think my vision, my idea was motivated by the way I value the women in sports, or in rather in anything, but because I major in sports, I normally give them a platform in sports equally like boy child. Thank you.
Right. And that is commendable. Equal prize fund is what has been advocated for by most organizers the world over, notably Judith Polgar, Jennifer Shahade, amongst others. But you mentioned a few minutes ago that when you came back to chess, Nakuru was almost non-existent, and you played a pivotal role in revamping the chess ecosystem. In your perspective, was it a governance issue? Was it a funding issue, an interest issue, or what do you think contributed to the decline or such a state?
To my analytical thinking, I think when we were in high school, that is back in 1990s, Nakuru was the leading hub for chess. I can recall some senior guys, somebody like later Oloch Kanindo, some guys like Mr. Sompisha, who were the major coaches and the managers for chess by then, and a teacher by name of Mr. Geduka, the late. Those guys used to do a lot of commendable job. The only mistake they committed was that they never mentored somebody to continue their work. When I finished high school, I just joined soccer. People like Nakanindo went to university. Later, they joined teaching, whatever, as teachers. So you find the gap was left there. There was nobody to continue the movement. Then we've got some veterans. They are not all that old, but we have like coaches like Moses Andiwo and Kamau Jackson Degwa. They were the people who could have continued our work, but due to life, they shifted to Nairobi, whereby I believe they have done a lot of good work. So I may say the Nakuru region was suffering due to lack of awareness. Maybe people know the game of chess by the name, but they couldn't figure out where can we go in Nakuru and play. The first thing I noticed when I came back was there was a tournament in Nakuru organized by Moses Andiwo and Chess Kenya. It was called the Nakuru Open, the first one after Corona. And it happened at a place called Waterback Hotel. And by the time I went there was chaos because I couldn't find a single child from Nakuru. And yet there were over 100 kids playing chess. So I had to start asking questions. I did not even participate in the tournament. So I was taken to the president, Mr. Wanjala, who told me it's up to us. If we want to make chess work, we can take the initiative. If I think I can be able to handle it, I got his blessing. As CK, they can give me the way forward. I do my things. And I told him, in 2 weeks, I hear there is some competition coming to Nairobi. And believe you me, I'll come and I'll bring somebody. I don't know who, but I'll bring a kid or two. And that's what happened. And that was the last time regionals, our juniors went to Nairobi for qualifiers. I was given the chance. So I hosted my first regionals representing Nakuru in 2022. That was around March, in the middle of March. And from there, we never looked back. So that's how I can say, from lack of awareness to where we are now, I've done a lot of work, moving from school to school, and I operate not only in Nakuru city or Nakuru town, we move all the way. From Naivasha, we have Gilgil, we go all the way to Molo, we overlap to Nyahururu, Abadeas, and some parts of Baringo. Along the way, I had to dispatch Kericho, and I told them to be on their own, so that at least we keep on growing. So that's what I, as per your question, I think that the much explanation I can give.
Selfless is the only word the only adjective I can use to describe this. Now, this initiative of yours, is it self-funded? Do you have donors? Because I'm imagining transversing, those are several towns, Nakuru, Naivasha, Kericho, and the rest. How is this initiative?
Previously, I may say, I was the regional coordinator, I was the contact person for Chess Kenya. But now, after the association came in, they took the mandate of running the regionals, whereby they are hosting the first regionals today. So the money that I used to get in regionals is the money that to put back to the movements, training. Sometimes you do for free. Some schools will give you some contract, you get some money. The same money you pump back to the chess community so that it can keep on moving. So we don't have any donors and don't have any partners. I have been doing it as a person, just because it was my vision. Even before the time I made my decision to do it, I just decided I need a running region, and so far I can't regret.
Right. Talk to me as a layman. We have the Ministry of Education, we have the Federation, Chess Kenya itself. One would assume or expect there's some money set aside which can be channeled to such initiatives. Right? We have associations. How does this work, the supporting of such initiatives? Or we need to start, let us see it, pick it up, then maybe later on you can do a proposal. How does such an arrangement work to get?
That's a tricky one, but I'll go to it as per my understanding. We start with the Ministry of Education. The Ministry of Education used to deal with the budget that is there for the recognized games. So previously, we had chess included in the co-curriculum activities, and we are hoping they will start now funding the game of chess. From there, we come to the CK. CK, they work in a way that they can support you materially, but not financially. But the last year, that is 2025, they gave me 50,000 to organize in support of organizing the East Africa Championship Grand Prix, and so you can see when you have a budget of over maybe 400K and the federation is giving you 50K. Yes, they have done it, but it's not the amount that you could have counted that now this one can make me work smoothly. You have to move up and down. You have to beg. You have to pray because normally, when you are hosting any tournament, the money generated from the registration is the money that we give back as awards, as it caters for everything. So it's a self-funded, I'm a self-sponsored project whereby we put a tournament, registration should come, we give back to the winners, whatever remain, we pay the bills. By the end of the day, people keep on jumping up and down saying we are making a lot of money. But I think you have heard this from some organizers, and just believe them. As per the quality of the as a quality of the tournament, it varies. Like now, I'll give you an example of somebody like Marvins. They are making a very major tournament in a week or 2 weeks time. The kind of budget they have put there, just believe you me, it's not an easy one. So apart from getting the sponsors, before Mr. Amoy and the gang decided we are putting this on the table, they have calculated all the odds. Now we assume we get this is what we'll get, less than 500,000, but expenses are coming to 1 point something. How will you cover this? So there is a lot. Higher, we go to the county government. The county government, apart from the PR, they'll never support you in money. For me, 2023, I had a very good run with the county government. Why? The sports director who was there, she knew what is chess, and she was just surprised that now chess is in Nakuru. Can I come and see what you are doing? Yes. The moment she came, she just called me aside, Coach, just come. Where do you buy your trophies? I told her, let's go. And she bought me some trophies worth 100 and something. Okay. So you can see the kind of the history that we've made. We as the Kenyans, the sports people, are the one who are making things difficult for others. Because now, me like Dickson, I've been given a chance by the county officials, but the time they tell me about ABCD, I give them a wrong answer. I don't get what I told them I'll get. They wait for me to invite them for the tournament. I don't invite them. I go giving them pictures. They must ask questions. They need to be there. Oh, we were there. We presented the trophies that we bought. They get the photos. They take to the offices. They take to their bosses. So anybody else who will come applying for chess will sail on a free boat. But if I did the wrong thing, if you go to that office, nobody, hatutaki watu wa chess. That's what they say. So it's going to be a big step for us to make those sponsors to come in. And believe you me, Nakuru, it's not like Nairobi. I believe Nairobi, to get a sponsor, if I was there, it could be much simple for me. But in Nakuru, within a span of a year, you have exhausted all the sponsors who can be ready to support you. So I think that's where I can reach and tell you that the answer to your question.
I think it's an awareness issue because I've previously encountered this. You have a group of students, you prepare them for tournaments. This was last year in 2025, in the lead up to the nationals to be held in Mangu. You prepare them, they are very good, they qualify they get to the regional level, the school struggles, and supports them to the regionals. They qualify for nationals. I think about 10 qualified. Proceeding to the nationals was one Herculean task because the institution argues, one, first of all, chess is not a recognized sport. This we were innocently supporting you, and we would like you to go far, but our hands are tied. The cash pool is very, very much limited. Try looking elsewhere. So we looked around, finally managed to get a sponsor. We got to the nationals. Still, 2 students qualified for Africa Championships. Back to square one. Our hands are tied. We would like to, but chess is not recognized. And that was where someone's dreams were unfortunately cut short. But I'm happy right now, chess is now officially recognized as part of the school curriculum and incorporated in the school games. But still, it needs much, much more awareness to create. Can you imagine some individuals and entities assume chess is just the same as drafts?
Yeah, I've been asked many times to explain the difference between chess and draft.
This is 2026. We're still there, so we are at a decent level, but there's still more that can be done. And speaking of organizers and the costs, I actually honestly used to assume that organizers make a lot of money. When you see a prize fund of 50K and above at number one, 50,000, number two is this. Even Marvin, such a prize. This is the official poster for the upcoming 2026 Marvin's Open International Tournament. When we look at the out summary, open prizes 750,000 for the open section winner. That's about $5,000. Ladies, 250,000 shillings, and then special categories and more. Just looking at 750K in prizes, I used to assume, organizers are just people who do chess for business. You can imagine if you have 200 players, registration fee is like say 1,000 bob, 200 times 1,000. That's layman mathematics. And I was assume, this person is going on with a lot of money. But interacting with Toma Moi recently in a podcast and Gidinjinga, they mentioned that is very, very wrong calculations. Most of the time, organizers make huge losses. And they first of all chip into their pockets. They host the event, give decent prizes, but as you're going home smiling, they're weeping.
Organization is not easy. In fact, there is a wrong narrative there where people say these people work money, but that organizing that event, especially if you don't get sponsored, you might be forced to use your money just to make sure you're able to meet some of the costs. So I appreciate all the organizers of tournaments. These guys, they sacrifice actually a lot, and it's not easy. If you don't believe me, then try organize one. To me, I believe when you're organizing this event, you need to be well prepared, because sometimes if you do a shoddy job in the next event, no one will show in your event.
It is huge losses, and by the time they even consider doing a second edition, third, fourth, it takes a lot. And without a sponsor, Gidinji clarified, without a sponsor, unless you're just doing this as a hobby, it is quite a stressful venture.
Let me tell you something. Organizing chess tournaments is if you are going to go into it like a business, I'm so sorry. It is most hair-raising, most brutal, I think it's something you do as a passion, and as the financial risk, especially for open tournaments, is crazy. It's not outside looking in, you may think, oh, the guy has 300 participants and is making money. It's nothing to write home about. It's more or less a function, and I think it's like a bug. It's like chess. You just want to do it, So it's not really business. It doesn't make a very good business case unless you have a sponsor. So unless you have a sponsor, if you have a sponsor and you can collect the gate fees, good for you. Yeah, that's good. You'll make some money.
quite a
Yeah,
stressful.
especially to towns where chess is not much known. Like now in Nakuru, you may be surprised if we have seniors event, for example. Believe you me, Nakuru alone cannot get 100 players in a tournament. That is for seniors. Now that by then you have given maybe 50,000 first prize for the winner. You can't get 100 people. And if you get they normally tell you, no, coach, give us 500 as entrance fee. That's what. And if you give them 500 as entrance fee, and then you tell them it's 10,000, now again they start complaining. So the organizers, I think, some of us are doing it to make it happen in the future. Like now, if I couldn't have taken the risk of making tournaments in Nakuru with or without the sponsors, Nakuru could be somewhere below the par. But nowadays, I'm so happy. Irrespective of anything, if you are talking about chess in Kenya, Nakuru must appear somewhere. So I'm normally happy about it. And I see the results of the sacrifice.
You mentioned some names, and I just noticed how young I am. The veterans you mentioned. I think the only names I recognized were two: Moses Andiwo, who, by the way, was my coach in JQuat and is the
Yes.
coach of Bank, and Jackson Kamau. I know him
Yes.
as an officer of the junior events. He's also been a coach of the national team. Your
Yes.
experience alone in football is more than my age.
Your age, yeah. That's why I normally tell you guys, when you're arguing in a group, there is no need of us abusing each other. Just do your thing, I do my things. Because if you check the age difference, for sure, I might be your dad. You get? But now, mtandao haijui, you just hurl words. You are when mjinga, sijui what. So, unless we are wise, and I'll tell you for free, you joined sports, it's up to you to know how you're gonna navigate. But if you go hurling words to anybody ati kwa sababu amekukriticize kwa mtandao, you go hurling words, boss, utajikuta your future sponsor ndio ulikuwa unatukana. So at times know the person, then just have your personal discipline, and believe you me, you'll go far. And when I tell you to have your personal discipline, I don't tell you to be to be weak in a way that will come dictating to what you want, to what we want you do. Stand by your own principles and make the right decisions. If it's wrong, tell them it's wrong. If it's right, tell them it's wrong, it's right. When they know that you are principled, they will go with you if you are doing the right thing. But ukiwa anytime you do something, we tell you, no, buddy, no. That podcast is not working. Stop it. Remember, I'm not giving you an advice of how you can improve it. I'm just being negative so that you can stop. And if you stop, I'm not going to do it. Who will do it? It stops. Then your mission fails. By the end of the day, after 10 years, you'll be asking yourself some questions. Now, because I stopped doing ABCD, what happened? My vision was killed by somebody. We are so many. Some of us are so jealous of what you are doing. They don't like you. They don't want you to progress. Some people want to do the podcast so that you can follow. And they'll be saying that I'm the one who started. So Bahati picked, and maybe he did some things, he overtook me. They want to be some part in your journey. And this part, they're not contributing anything. They just want to spoil your name. Then you lose hope, you forget it. So as an advice, don't listen to them. Just take whatever. If I give you an advice, like now I'm talking to you, just take what can help you. Whatever cannot help you, let it go. Stick with what can help you. And have the guts of telling me, no, Dickson, that is not right. If you don't have the guts of doing that, have your personal confidence of saying, nimesikia, but don't continue saying, but sitafanya. Nimesikia, but sitafanya, let it come from your head. Nobody will ever hear that. So hata tukikuja kwambia, but Bahati, we told you, yeah, I remember, but sikukumbuka kufanya. you have a defense. But you say, nilisikia but niliwaambia sifanyi, utajikata hata kabla uendelee.
Yeah. True.
So, and I'm sorry because that's my nature. Anytime I get a chance of talking to somebody, I'll keep on advising you, and you pick what you can. If you don't, mimi sina, I have no, inaitwa nini? Sina deni. Wewe ndio uko na issue. I mentioned something that maybe could have saved you somewhere, you assumed, and then ikakuua. Do you know, kwa kichwa yako utasikiaga tu, and somebody told me this. Hata kasikumbuki ni nani. Kuna mtu alisema. So, hii field ya sports ni wide sana. Na especially for chess, it's so wide that sisi wenye tunasema we can be able to coach or manage chess, hatutoshei Kenya. Hatuwezi maliza. It's so wide. But now, if you don't get the right attitude and you be determined, hautaenda.
True.
Haya.
Luckily for me so far, I am receiving very good feedback. I hope it remains that way, but working as a social media manager, I understand not everyone, in as much as not everyone is saying it to my face, I'm sure there's just some individuals who...
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll just move. So back to the conversation. Oh, speaking of Nakuru, to the viewer here, in case you don't know about Nakuru, Nakuru is home to Kenya One, Jadon Simiyu, Coach Moses Andiwo, and other notable names. I just like to see this as a hub because chess has been for the longest concentrated in Nairobi. I'd like to see even more of other names. Let there be other Jadons coming up, other Moses, other Dickson. And it goes for everyone, all sectors, from government to private sector to you name it, even self-funded initiatives like yourself. It's not always about money and immediate payback. Some things you just do and live to. It's your way of giving back to society for where this sport has put you. For instance, for myself, just gave me self-confidence in high school. I've told this story before. I tried rugby, my body refused. I was trying to gain weight. Then I encountered chess, and this confidence that I am seeing exuding, it's because of chess, that I can just learn it almost by accident and take it up and just be serious, commit myself. Then you start beating people, you start, oh, okay, so you can actually do this. Then you progress. On awareness, I created this platform to just, I noticed a gap. There was mostly, when you search for chess videos, it's only news. But it was about 3-minute clips of this event was held, this is the one who won. After the event has happened, how about promoting the event before that? You're not just promoting it, is saying, we have this tournament coming up, or Nakuru Chess Divas. It's more about what is the story behind that event. And I'm so glad to be having this conversation with you. So a few minutes ago, you mentioned that being self-funded, this is more of you get some cash, mostly from your own pocket, you fund the prizes, but part of the cash comes from registration. Isn't this quite risky? Because assuming players, the turnout is not so much, yet the prizes have been communicated in the poster. How do we go past this? Asking as a woman.
I know.
Or we pray.
Wait. No, this is, you hear, have you ever bet?
Bet? No.
Ushai make better kwa sports pesa ama whatever?
No.
Ask those people, they will tell you what happens. Unawekeleaga pesa, and then you say, I've done my part, let the outcome come, I'll accept it. That's how we work. Like now, I'll give you an example. Last year, May, we had the first edition of East Africa Chess Championship. In that tournament, Chess Kenya gave me 50K. And that was the one that I used to hire the hall. Then that is booking the hall. The hall I held the event for 3 days. Each and every day I was charged 50K for the hall, because it's I can say it's a super hotel. It's a good one. It's not a 5-star hotel, but it's a good one. So the Chess Kenya gave me the 50,000. I booked the hotel, the halls, and then we started the registration. By the time we were going to the deadline of the registration, the ladies section, we had only 4 ladies who had paid. I had to get back to the poster, and I gave free entry to anybody who will be able to just fill the name, the form, and just submit it. We'll waive the payments, the registration payments, so that we can be able at least to have a quorum to say we had the ladies section. Higher. When we come to the men section, we had a registration of it was around 150 guys. So 150 guys charging 1,500. That's around 250, 225 now, plus the 50,000 that I was given to Chess Kenya. So going to the area, we are not even going to venture the other areas. I'm just talking about the venue. 50, 50, 50. That's 150,000. If you minus from 225, you remain with around 70 something, 70,000. Remember, the first prize was around 40,000 for ladies, 40,000 for men, and I had to do it. And believe you me, now that the ladies were coming for free, we did not even tell them now we are reducing the fund. We gave them what we had advertised. So that's one of the thing I can tell you. I just said I'm going to do it, whatever the case. Luckily enough, I had approached Stima Sacco. Ile tu unapita unaona hii, let me just give them a drop thing and I go. I did not have any hope that they're going to come on. During the event, in the morning, they just called me, Coach, event bado iko, yeah, we have your check for over 100,000. I said, what? I left the event, I came to town, I picked the check, I deposited, I went back to continue with the event. And this 100,000 is the one that balanced everything. I did not make even a single cent, but sequenda loss ataya above. That's how risky it turns out to be when you are organizing an event, especially for seniors, where there is cash prizes and awards.
Wow. Wow.
So if you are thinking about being an organizer, kuwa roho juu.
You have enlightened me. While in campus, I was just getting new to active chess beyond the high school exposure I had. And I used to hear the words organizer, money. I was even considering doing organizing as a business. I didn't know. So beyond the glamour, these are the untold stories. Wow.
Continue to the next one, don't worry.
Now, if this is the situation right now, I'd like to pick your mind, how was the ladies, because you are talking about ladies and tournaments. So I want to pick your mind, based on your experience, this is the situation right now with the ladies, because this is a ladies tournament conversation. How was the ladies' participation landscape in yesteryears? I had a podcast with Nisa Chidingwe, whereby very recently, her male counterparts were saying females can't beat me, women are amateurs, but she turned tables on them and beat them. How was the ladies' landscape then compared to now?
Unfortunately, in Nakuru, we have a very short story about ladies' chess. And I may tell you, after I came on board as the founder of Nakuru Chess Academy, I started working as a lone soldier. But along the way, I've met some few guys who are direct from the university. They are in universities. Now we started interacting. That's where I started noticing the number of ladies on board. It's so few. They are so few. And now I started encouraging them. I've done a few things with them. I normally call them, hey, if you are a lady, just come over at where we train the kids. I would like to show you how you can coach. After knowing how to coach, you can make your own money through coaching, but inategemea na bidii yako. So I can't give a long story about Nakuru with the senior ladies, but the progress is so good because right now coming event, I already know I have 20 ladies who will be participating. Now, our wengine, we are just waiting to see if the number will grow from nowhere. I'm not aware, but we are trying to make sure everybody knows about it. So with the ladies in Nakuru, it's a challenge. They are few, but we are working towards making it happen in a big way. And if I may tell you, like today in the regionals qualifiers, if you go to the chess server, you'll see the under 18 ladies, they're just 20. And believe me, we are working with a wide range of students, with the numbers going up to 900 kids. But the ladies section in the under 18 category, they've got only less than 20. That tells you we still have a lot of work to do. Okay, at times I console myself and I say that these kids are in Form 4, and most of the schools, they don't allow their students to participate when they are in Form 4.
Yeah.
But it comes this year the same, next year the same. But I'm happy when I go to under 16, I can see they're over 50. So you can see the gap is maybe getting narrowed, but not the right way. So about the ladies, I'm sorry to tell you, I can't give much, but that's why I'm coming in. I want to make sure ladies, and when I'm talking about ladies, we are inviting even the elderly ladies over 50 years. Some of them have been coming, learning how to play chess. We are giving them free classes. So it's a project that maybe in future we are going to indulge them in much bigger way so that they can feel accommodated. So about the ladies, I'm sorry, I can't give much history.
But thank you. In fact, is an under appreciation. I can only put it in words. What you're doing is actually commendable. Before we segue to international level, it has been a numbers issue, but now that chess is now officially in the school curriculum, I'm sure we'll see even more numbers. We'll see a boom number. What's your take on this?
It's tricky, and from my perspective, people just think that now because chess is in schools, it's just going to grow. We have a very big gap about understanding chess and other sports in schools. And I'll just give you an example. There is this guy, I don't know his name, Sagwe or somebody, who is still pushing for some, we want to be included. We want to be included. In an open way, Mr. Sagwe is telling you the teachers are coming to pick our portion in chess. There is no way we can be building people, building numbers, but you're not recognized anywhere. So what will happen with the inter-schools? And this one you can keep it for reference. And the answers will get them by August coming year. Not even by July, mid of July. Believe you me, the regionals for July next year, kama sai Nakuru, they've got around 900 kids. Believe you me, tukienda sana tutakuwa na watoto 300. Why? Because chess is being played at school, inter-schools. And the money for inter-school is not for tournaments. Did you get me there?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So They will support inter-schools. So second term, chances of schools supporting regionals, they are almost to zero. So it's a good thing. The best thing is that there will be a lot of awareness. There is a game of chess, but now schools are going to turn to be. We already played our games, so munaenda wapi? You get me? And remember, if people like me who are on the ground cannot be able to go to the school and talk to the owners, directors, and the headmasters and principals of the schools to differentiate between inter-schools and the Chess Kenya event, the benefits, it's not going to work. You get?
Yeah.
And like now, I'll give you an example. Right now, see, I'm here, we are talking with you.
Yeah.
The County Association of Nakuru are hosting the year first regional qualifiers. Who used to host that? I used to host that. But this is Kenya. Politics is politics. And for me, I don't do politics. So the moment we started pulling and pushing somewhere, I just told, no. I'll give you everything. Just pick. And I'll mobilize the kids for you. I'll invite them just the way I used to invite them. But do your things. That's what I did. And I'm here. They are doing their things the other side. I've not even tried to go there to see what they are doing. Why? If I go there and something is in a mess, I'm the one who will be messing the thing. But if I'm not there, they mess up. They will be able to carry their own burden. Are you getting? So my meaning is, what I want to imply is, groundwork matters a lot. It doesn't mean that when you post this podcast kwa YouTube, that definitely your friends wataona. Kuna mwenye hataona mpaka umwambie, hey, niaje, can you check that? Umeelewa? So that is it. That's why unakuta Nakuru grow so much. Kuna wakati unakuta we are free. I just tell my team, niaje, twendeni ruti. Wapi? We go to Gilgil, we go to Nyahururu, we go down to Bukia, we come back to Nakuru. That's around 150 kilometers, eh? But along the way, we'll visit more than 6 schools. Niaje, tunaitwa watu wa chess, huku kunakuwa na chess? Hapana. Chess ni nini? Wanakuja, unawaelezea dakika 5, unaenda the next school. And you leave your contact. So, anytime, si umetoka na contact na umewacha yako, anytime you want to do a tournament, you send them a letter. Hey coach, we cannot be able to participate, watoto wajajua. Unaambia ni sawa tu, haina shida. Mkitaka kujua mtaitana, tutawajulisha. Upole tu. So that work rate ndio inakosa Kenya. Ni watu wachache sana wanaifanya. Bahati to me, saizi chess ni maisha yangu. Sifanyi kitu yote. Even before this, I was doing community football and I was doing it for free. Na si ati mimi ni tajiri, but I'm so rich at heart. Giving back to the community, developing the kids. It's my happiness. Afadhali hata nikose pesa, but nione mtoto amefurahia. Na kesho kutwa, huyo mtoto ni muone pahali akiwa champion. And now that leads to the question that you had asked me. Kama nishaikuwa kwa any interview ama podcast. I don't go. Hiyo ni limelight ya mtoi. Yeye ndio amekuwa champion. Atangaze vile alifika hapo. Akitaka kusema nilikuwa sawa, asiposema, we still tell them we are okay, keep on going, kuwa hata world champion. That's the only way we can gain back. But si kila event that una make ikifaulu, unaita media, unapiga kelele, anything, mtoto akikuwa champion, you run there, unasema isipokuwa ni mimi. No. It doesn't work like that. With me, I've made champions, a lot of people. But see, ni wachache sana utajua they are related to me. Wachache. Just by the virtue of kukutana ama accidentally. Kama say you are talking about Jadon. I'm the one who introduced Jadon to chess. So, but along the way, niliachana why? Amepiga step. Sindio? Hiyo step amepiga, I can't cope with it. Aende. Some other, Julie pia nimemtrain. You know Julie?
Yes, Julie Mutisia.
Yes, after amemaliza form 4. kabla join campus, hiyo gap yote ni mimi nilikuwa namtrain. So I don't go shouting. We are doing things. We've got hiyo ni story another day, but to me usema Bible inakuambia vizuri sana, you are given the talent, si ndio? For free. So if you don't use it well, uko binguni kwenye sijui kama tutaifika, tunaambia kwa tutaulizwa ulifanya nini na talent yako. So yangu mi usema nilishare na watu na I can pinpoint ule na ule na ule, I did it. So hiyo ndio part kubwa, na that's one of my major motivation, creating champions without expecting anything back. Ikikuja we appreciate, isipokuja enda salama, keep on going. That's my motto.
Speaking of groundwork and putting in the work, you're one of the individuals who I noticed online, especially Facebook, you've been documenting your journey, and this is about planting seeds long term.
Yes.
You post updates this year, and then you post 7 years later. This year, years later. That taught me one thing. You don't start something and expect immediate results, which is actually leading me back to the point of chess is now growing in very, very much. It's now in schools, numbers are winning, which also presents a loophole. And I think I've addressed this in a previous episode. Whereas the numbers are growing, it also points to the need to improve the quality of trainers. In fact, leave alone quality, accreditation, so that we don't start having quacks who infiltrate this and mess up the sport. Hard work that individuals like yourself are really, really much invested in. And two, do your bit, move forward. Do your bit, move forward. How, if I may ask, how do you navigate, how do you manage the situation whereby you just feel, I have given enough to this student? Speaking as a coach, I've given enough to this student, it's time to hand over to the next level. Or someone just shifts and says, I prefer a different approach right now. To an upcoming coach, how would you advise?
Okay, I will start with the accreditation part of it. It's high time the Chess Kenya, okay, let's talk about Chess Kenya because we are talking about chess. It's high time Chess Kenya should stand and protect their people. Eugene, right now you may have a lot of credits. You are accredited by FIFA, you are international instructor, but that is on paper. But if you are asked, Eugene, can you stand and tell us what have you done for the community? Can you stand and tell us, even if you are being paid to coach that kid, how many kids have you done ABCD? You get? Like now, for example, me, I normally tell people, I'm so old to start going back to school. And I say it openly. Whatever I do it from my head. And I know the impact might be minimal. But who is there, who has the credits, who is doing what I'm doing? Nobody. So what I'm saying, I'm not saying coaches should not be accredited. I'm not saying coaches should not be trained. What I'm saying is, when those coaches are trained, they should not go pushing people out. Why? There is a break. You will break some continuity somewhere. Chess development needs the chemistry between me and my players to work. Right now, last year I did what I can tell it chess trainers course. I organized for some people, but do you know I attended the whole thing. By the time they were coming for accreditation, I told them I don't care about the accreditation. Can you give them the accreditation? Give them the licenses, not me. Give them. Why? Because I need those young guys to pick from where I am, moving on. Right now, you may be so accredited, but believe you me, we can go not even in Nakuru. I can go with somebody who is accredited to a school. We are told to, can you pitch? We want to give the job, can you pitch? I don't have the papers. They have the papers, but then they cannot outdo me. Do you understand that? Personal confidence. I'm so good. I believe in myself. So accreditation, sawa. But the Chess Kenya Federation should check. In the whole of this country, there are some people who have done a lot for chess, to develop chess, to develop their regions, and to work for Chess Kenya without being paid. How do we pay ourselves? Maybe through regionals. Regionals are the only tournaments whereby you can be certain you'll get a good number. But you see, even now, regionals in Kenya, they're not even. How? Nairobi right now, they're charging 1,000 bob per player. Nakuru, we are following the letter whereby it's directed 800 per player. Are you getting the difference? So, when Nairobi iko mbele yetu mbali, when will we be able to catch with them? Kama sisi mtoto, the same kid analipa kidogo, kule analipa nyingi. Tukienda nationals, hao watoto wote wanalipa the same. So nani anaumia? Mwenye ako hapa chini, si ndio?
Yeah.
So those are the things zenye tunasema, it's not politics. But if you sit down and agree, we can be able to kuziweka in a well-structured manner that when you are going to this level, the payments ni uniform. When it's going to this level, just like that. And you'll see, there will be a lot of progress in chess. Kwa sababu watu wengi watafeel, oh, saizi hakuna job, but I know how to coach chess, or I can deliver being a coach. Na somebody will volunteer na ende afanye.
Right. Let me take you back in time a bit, just a few years ago. We were still in the discussion of regionals and nationals. Nakuru played host to the national championships for the juniors. I'm not sure if it was schools or national youth
Zote, twice.
Oh, twice.
I'm the one who pushed for the same thing. And the one for schools, for youth and cadets, that was in April. We messed up big time because it was our first time. We took them to a school which was not all that good, but it happened. So after that, I had to beg to clean my name, and they accepted. So I hosted it again, this time in Nakuru High, combined with the Nakuru girls. And it was superb. Everybody was happy. But let me tell you, Bahati, sometimes I couldn't even sleep. The material day, we were leaving the venue, and Madam Rhoda just said, you have done a very good job. We are okay. And the tables are enough. 3 hours back, that's around 9 p.m. at night, she's calling me, telling me, we need 100 tables in the morning. You have to start making calls at night. Hawa tunapigia simu ni ma principals. Mtu anakuuliza, coach, how? At this hour nakutolea pimeza. Naambia no. Tutachukua kesho, please. Nisaidie. Kuna wengine no, I have no time for that. Anakata simu. So that was a very big step for us, for me as an individual who was fighting for Nakuru. The impact was triple-fold. That one I can tell you. Because some of the schools participated for the first time in nationals because they could access the first one we did in Gilgil. It was still near in Nakuru. So Naivasha teams, Gilgil teams, Nyahururu teams from Nakuru town, they were able to access the nationals for the first time because it was near. And some of those schools up to today, they still maintain the chess programs and chess clubs at their school. So, and okay, the other impact, it was not about us. It was about the business people, the hotelians, and those who own B&Bs. Economically, it was a superb thing. But for chess, it was a triple-fold advantage to me. And awareness just moved so high. Remember, when you are hosting the nationals, for the 3 days, it must be presented kwa TV, a national TV. So somebody is seeing that. So the following month, it was just called, hey, coach, we saw that you had, why didn't you tell us? No, such things. and I build on that to make awareness even simpler for chess in Nakuru. So the impact was good.
I can attest to that because the first time this impact hit me was in the nationals in my girls Eldoret. And I started, because I come from Eldoret, I started receiving calls from my friends, just in the chess community. We're looking for an Airbnb, try.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Airbnbs in Eldoret were packed, hotels packed, same thing for Kisii. A whole county, BNBs packed, hotels packed.
Yeah.
It is, I look at chess just beyond pushing pieces. In Kitale, it created a whole spectacle on social media.
I saw one guy who was saying that kuna game ya matajiri imekuja hapa.
Yes,
Did you see that?
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
In the nationals last year in Mangu, I had a student, around 5 students. It was their first time. They come from a certain county in the Western region. It was their first time coming to Nairobi.
Yes.
For some, when they qualify to join the national team, it would be their first time on a plane.
Yes.
So it just
because of chess.
Yeah, it just speaks to the value this presents, and it needs to be capitalized on and developed even further from all angles. The players supporting the trainers, supporting the county associations, the initiatives, because this is a worthwhile endeavor.
Yes.
Let's segue back to this event.
The Divas.
The Divas.
Yes.
Just curious mind, what inspired the name? And then for someone who is registering for this, what should they expect beyond what is on the poster? An experience. I believe this is the first of its kind.
Yes. And if you go through the poster, the first condition, it's not open for all ladies. It's open for ladies only in Nakuru. Why?
Oh.
Because, the first edition, we are doing it for only ladies from Nakuru. Hiya. Did you get that?
I have just learned that right now.
Yes. Why? I need ladies from Nakuru to wake up. I need the kids, and believe me, this tournament it's open for kids, for ladies. I'm a girl from 10 years upward. Why that early? So that if this kid can start playing with bigger girls or ladies for that matter at this age, they will develop that continuity, that personal confidence. The fear will be gone. That's the first thing. Then the other thing, if we do this, I'm trying to send even to some elder ladies who will they can just come register and be spectators for fun. They can participate without worrying, are we going to be defeated? So that, remember, if Eugene, you are given a small kid of 6 years to coach, and a lady is given the same kid, who will make it? Who will be the best coach among the two? You, as Eugene, given a 6-year-old kid to coach, and a lady of the same level of coaching is given the same kid of 6 years. As per you, whom do you think will perform well?
And I would vouch for myself because one, I really like kids.
Let me tell you, you are very okay battle. The lady will win over you 10-0.
Oh.
Yes. Why? They got that motherly love. From the naturally, they can be able to handle kids.
Interesting.
No, it's something that I've tried. I'm so good in coaching. I'm so good in introducing chess to kids. But when I tried with some ladies, it was even much simpler than me doing it. I'll give you an instant. We went to a certain high school, and as being the lead, I must do the introduction. But after introduction, I normally take the first lesson. But those guys told me, no, get off. We are not listening to you. I told them, it's okay. I just walked back and I sat down. I introduced another lady. The class was all good and they listened, we worked. So ladies knows how to handle the kids. So the reason why I'm coming with this, apart from encouraging the ladies to know how to compete among themselves or joining the competition, I'm investing in a long term coaching. I'm a coaches who will be able to support my endeavor, whereby I need by 2027, Nakuru will be hosting some tournaments for juniors up to maybe 2,000 kids that go. And that one I can tell you it can happen and it will happen. I know the momentum, I know where it's heading. So apart from that, I'm investing so that these ladies can know the value of chess and they will be willing to distribute it to the other generations.
Speaking of value and distributing to other generations, International Women's Month is about celebrating the role women play, and specifically, I am doing that in chess. Recently, we had the first ever female lead, first ever president of the African Chess Confederation, and we have had many other firsts. Women and chess, or girls and chess, I think they can even give their male counterparts a run for their money. They just need equal opportunities and the rest will take shape. We've even seen in tournaments, the females playing in the open section and even trouncing their male counterparts. So just equal opportunities and it's worth investing. Now, if you were to improve something in the space of promoting ladies' participation in chess, how differently would you do it? Let's say you're put on the hot seat. I am Dickson. This is how differently I think this specific aspect or in general can be tailored to promote especially women's participation.
So interesting. One of the challenges that most of us tend to run away from is that for anything to grow, we must take care and good care of it. And in chess or in any other sport or any other project, we must not run away from the fact that we must get good funds to run the project. How? For example, we are talking about the ladies. These ladies, they are sacrificing their time for coaching, for interacting with other kids about sports and chess. So that lady, the moment she is doing that, she needs to be motivated. How can you do that? We need to get some partners. We need to get some sponsors who can be able to fund these operations, who can be able to fund this chess growth for women in a way that those ladies could be willing, could be asking, coach, when are we meeting the next lesson? They need to be motivated, or so that they should be always be ready to go. And there is no shortcut. We get finance, and that finance be propagated in a better way that anybody who is undertaking the chess project must be motivated, maybe by being paid for coaching, being motivated by maybe transport allowances and everything, or maybe motivated through the continuity in education, maybe high school, colleges, universities, and such a things. Because I'll be open with you. Right now, I've got around 6 ladies whom we are working with as coaches. All of them are graduates. Some of them are trying to get some work. Some of them want to do some other things to maybe make their CV strong. And maybe you find they don't have enough money to sustain that. And you can imagine maybe you're having maybe 2 classes per week. 2 classes per week and we are paying her maybe 1,000 bob per class, that is 2,000. Within a month, how much money? 8,000. That cannot be able to push her through her education, especially the university level and colleges. Those cannot be able to push her. Then the other part, I'm looking to it that if we get these funds, we can now get super trainers who can be able to train these girls how to be the best coaches, and they can start banking on chess as their future career. Kwa sababu right now Kenya hakuna kazi, but if at all a lady can walk out and a coach na atoke na 1,000 zake 2, it will be okay. Mind you, Nakuru, it's not like Nairobi. Nakuru, like my academy, we charge 2,000 per month per kid to train them, and they are training Saturday, Sunday. Nairobi, they train per hour, and they are paid whatever they pay. So you can see the difference. So for us to cover that, we have to come up with something which by we can be able to do it in a different way to fit Nakuru people.
Let me just pick your mind, because this has come to me right now. I'm looking at this poster and the requirement. You mentioned the registering players must currently be a resident of Nakuru County, and you've clarified your intention is to ensure these ladies in the Nakuru ecosystem wake up and catch up to their counterparts in other areas. Thinking as a layman, wouldn't it make the participation even bigger and the returns more if we just said, put it as, this is a ladies only tournament, you are welcome? Because if I look at events like Eldoret Open, players even from Uganda, South Sudan, Kenya Open, the same. We have very strong ladies in Uganda. Wouldn't it help to maybe make this flexible a bit to accommodate other entrants, other nationalities even?
My answer to that, everything is, anytime I'm undertaking any project, I normally know where to start, where it's heading, and how it will get there. So the first thing, we are doing it in Nakuru so that I can be able to be sure. The idea is the number of participants, as per my expectation, is around 20 girls, 20 ladies. If you multiply 20 by 1,000, that is 20,000. The prizes are heading to 63,000. And up to now, we don't have any sponsors. I don't have any partners. But I have some promises from my 2 friends from USA. One is Sharon, the CEO, Sharon Wiles Foundation. The second one is the CEO, Chess Academy. So I'll count it when it is just land that they have supported it in a way. But for now, I'm alone. But believe you me, it will happen. Why? We must start it. The second edition will be the whole of Kenya, with invites from Uganda and some other places. And the next edition, depending what we'll get, we must add some prize money so that from 20,000, it may go up to maybe 50,000, so that whoever is traveling from far and they believe that they can win, they will be able to pocket some good money. So for now, I don't want to do it nationally, because even my students, that's the first question they asked. Those who are already in my team, and I know they will play, they asked me, now, coach, you are making a Divas tournament, and we know there is Kina Julie, Nyaruai, Sasha, Madelta. They normally come to Nakuru. Those girls, if they come here, they're just coming to beat us. So why can't you just from within Nakuru, we build ourselves, then in the second edition, you put them so that we can be able at least to have some time to train and get a way of fighting back when they come. So I think you can see it's something that already I've seen, and my players are suggesting we start locally and then we go nationally.
Thank you for clarifying. Now I see the rationale. Start somewhere, local level. then gauge this, we have achieved this. Then we can use this as a metric when now considering, now let's think of national. Oh, national performed this way. Let's try to make it regional, even invite players from other things instead of, this is a ladies only tournament. All the ladies will all over will flock, and needs some realistic and also nurturing the home ground, because as you put it correctly, it is not a bad thing to invite players from other areas, but some results can, for lack of a better word, be expected. This will just come and win, and then the motivation, yes, it will have an impact, but the motivation, hata wanakujanga tu kuwin. So yeah, I agree with that. Right, this has been worthwhile. I'd like to not end this. We're just pausing. I'd like to even have a sequel of this, reflecting on the Nakuru Divas event, the future plans ahead of that. But for now, I'd like to get your parting shots. Talk to that potential organizer, talk to that lady in Nakuru, that girl still in primary school, high school, or just completed high school, graduated from campus, still very interested in chess, or their interest levels are just lukewarm. They're wondering, can I even do chess professionally? What is the trajectory of chess, say, in 5 years? The school administrators, the female in the administration, in chess leadership, what words do you have for them?
I will start with the young guys, the young blood. Those maybe from university. That's where I know high school and university, and mostly those guys who just finished their high school and they want to prepare to go join the universities. It's the high time. If you think you want to do some chess, just try find somewhere you can be able to train, know more about chess basics, and how to, at least how to make the moves so that you can be able to fight your own battles when you go to the campus. Remember, in campus you have a lot of chess, but if you don't know how to fight back, you'll just forget about it the first moment you get there. They will give you a chance, you are thrashed maybe by everybody, and then you just give up. But if you think of tomorrow, there is tomorrow, continuity. Let 5 guys beat you today. Tomorrow, let 4 guys beat you. As you continue reducing the number, you are gaining the momentum and you are gaining the confidence that you can be able to fight them. And believe you me, right now, chess can sustain your life. You just need to be in a know-how. You just need to know what to do so that you can be able to connect that money and chess. For me, my problems led me to getting back to chess, and so far so good. I've made a very strong networking through chess fraternity in Kenya. Myself, I've done marvelous things for the community, and personally I've gained a few. Remember, chess is not an instant payment project, but if you're thinking long term, you better plan well, start somewhere, go to a school, introduce you as a coach, yourself as a coach, then do the introduction to the kids, make a good rapport with them, and then from there, you might even not be paid by the first school, but the first school will be the key to your next school. How? Volunteer, show them what you can. Don't let them know that you are learning also, but show them what you can give. And they will spread the word to the next school. Just make sure when you go to a tournament, the kids that are the best from your center, they just perform somehow good. Just write a report, give it to the school. They will definitely put it on a social media. When they put it on the social media, they normally go to some meeting, they ask questions. We saw your kid was somewhere. And how did it happen? And it just happened like that. I'll give you an example with this. There is a girl called Jenna War, and under 8 champion Kenya from Gilgil Hills. Gilgil area right now, they know what is chess just because of her. She was a champion. She went outside. They paraded the girl all through the streets of Gilgil town. So all the other schools, now they know what is chess. I've been receiving calls. Hey, coach, even us, we want this chess in our school. So you see, that's the only way. Just make sure. And that's another champion. That's another my champion, eh? And the one who introduced chess to her and the brother. By the way, I've got a lot of champions, but I don't go talking about them. But any chance that comes, I just mention, and so that example fits in. So for these guys, it just need two. It just need you to sacrifice and make your time. By so doing, you are good to go. And you'll never understand the kind of money you can make through sports, not chess, through sports, unless ifike wakati wenye utaona mtu amefanya ndio uanze kusikia wivu. Now you start saying I'm starting, and it's never too late. Whatever time you decide, you can do it. But believe that sports, and especially chess for now, it can employ you full time, and you live whatever kind of life you want. How? Being yourself. And I think that is it. For the people in Nakuru, already we have made the first step towards making it a chess playing city or a chess playing county. Let's join hands. Whoever is watching this, help us get more people come on board by sharing the video the time it's released, and talk about it. For the ladies who think that they cannot be able to play any other sports, indoor games can be very good for you, and especially chess, because it will be helping you to relax your mind. It will be helping you to remember things. It can help a lot of things. By that, I may also go to the family part of it. It helps in bonding. That is the parents who may not be having a common subject to discuss with their children. You can use chess as that platform. Let them come. You have time to play chess. And when you are just discussing from nowhere, just raise your topic, the one that you wanted to discuss. They cannot run away from you. They will listen to you and they will give you answers. Maybe even the boy want to talk something with you as a father, but they don't have the time. But when you are playing chess, you'll just hear from nowhere, but daddy, there's something I wanted to share with you. Now you stop playing chess, now you turn to the family issues, you discuss, they tell what they have, you get your time to answer them back, and the bond continues. So let's join hands and let's keep on moving up, hoping in future we are going to get somebody coming on board to support this unique chess mode of tournament, that is the Divas Chess. And Mr. Eugene, you asked me about the Divas. The name Divas, sometimes back, we had a group of women who are so good in music. Somewhat like maybe, now some of them you may not even know them, maybe only by the names. There is Celine Dion, Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, and some other big names, I can't recall them all. That's where the name came from, the Divas. And I believe, I have not gone deep in it, but I believe Divas are women of substance, women of a class. So that's why I want our women to be of a class. Divas. If you are diva, you are playing in that category, you just feel good. You just feel that I'm a special person. That's why the name came. So the last thing I'm going to say is about you, Eugene. Keep on doing the best work you are doing, and kindly, you are free to market this idea to your friends internationally, globally, wherever you have a friend. Tell them we have this Divas thing that is starting today. No, this time. And in future, we need to involve the whole of Africa and even maybe the world. And by doing that, we are just seeking partners. not only to fund the tournament, but to fund the preparation of our kids as we go. So it's not about the material, it's about helping to nurture the young girl to be a diva by providing chessboards, clocks, training materials, and what have you. And I believe one day we'll be there celebrating the work of our hands. And before you forget, you finish up, there are two divas in Kenya whom one of them participated so majorly in my chess journey. And I think maybe you can, Sujay, I don't know whether you can see this. Do you know this label?
Gift of Chess.
Yes. Do you know it?
Yes. I volunteered with Gift of Chess as a trainer while in campus.
Yes. Madam Phyllis played a major role in my making the steps that I've already made in chess. She was the first person who gave me 120 boards. And those chess boards are distributed to some of the schools in Nakuru. And it was a major boost. So she is among many divas in Kenya. The second lady whom I've never met is Judith Karigo from Mombasa. She's doing a credible job. And all I can tell you is there are so many. And the two I've mentioned, they own chess clubs, chess academies, and they have done a lot for chess in Kenya. So I couldn't finish up without saying thank you and saluting them for the good work. And hopefully, as we continue, I will talk to them. They come on board and we make this divas thing a major thing in Kenya. Thank you.
One day we'll be celebrating the work of our hands, but it takes sacrifice, intentionality, proper planning.
Yes.
But all this will start at the grassroots level. And that is exactly what Dickson Gitari is doing in gearing up for this event. If you're a lady in Nakuru County, this event is worth your time. It's not your ordinary tournament. This is showcasing you beyond the ordinary level, because you know why? You are a diva. And we're starting from regional level, we'll progress to national level, and soon this will be even a continental event. Tell a friend to tell a friend, Nakuru County is the hub of chess. Specifically for ladies, this event you don't want to miss. Dickson Gitari is guaranteeing this is worth your time. Let us put a pin on that. We'll surely look forward to the event, and all the best, Bwana Gitari. Thank you so much for making the time, sir. I really appreciate your efforts. You are an unsung hero.
Thanks so much, and you are welcome.
Okay, good evening.
Okay, bye.